Okay, here we are. It's your boy Kamal Hart on the chart, and we're going bar by bar. Bam. So we're getting started here at 548. You're going to see a leg up. Look at this two-legged pullback. 1, 2, and a second leg up. So you got a two-legged move. Now move down and looking like some congestion. So I'm going to start off by treating this trend going down through there, a break, move to a new low, kind of a reversal, but we're just stacking up. So from here, with the stack up, let's just go ahead and we'll give that a trend line or a range line. And let's do maybe another range line here. Might even go a little lower, maybe down here. That's better. So that's our range. So now we're looking to see what prices will set up. That's the second entry, but too high, nothing there. Gonna wait. And then to the lows, that's a first entry right there. First entry. So we're gonna wait. And we get this pullback. And then if we turn down again, I'm gonna look to go short right here off this bar. If we break below, I'm down to go short. And that's actually where I took my trade of the day. Went short right there on that low. And then I had a target like I think right here or these lows, and then I had a target on the other side of the range. Had to fight a pullback, pulled back, but actually when it broke above and then turned back down on this bar, all in that same bar, if you didn't get in right there, I'd say it's cool to get in right there. And then there goes my scalp. And this thing kept going. And looks like actually our lows are going to be more so up here. So actually you're going to be up here, yeah. And that one got me out right before these lows. Perfect, perfect exit. That was a really great trade. It was pretty easy to hold this because nothing broke above, but just real happy that I was able to, you know, it doesn't get much better than that. Now you're getting this bounce. You're getting a bull bar at the lows, but there's not really a signal off the highs that I'd go for. So you just kind of have to wait, unless you want to be aggressive. And now we're back at these highs, so let's see if we turn back around. Getting that pullback. See, but now look at it. We've from one side to the other side. So now, you just got to sit tight because there's not going to be a long or a short that I'm particularly comfortable trading. Turn that off. So you just gotta have to hang tight for a little bit. Still getting some downward momentum, but I'm not trying to go short on this side of the range. Then we get a break above. Here's a second entry short, but it's in the middle of this range. Not advisable. That's all I'd say. Not advisable. So even though you'll see maybe an entry here or there, anything in this range right now that's not off this low or off this high, I'm pretty much going to skip it. And in that regard, today was kind of slow because while we were boxed up in this range, there just wasn't many trades that, that would have worked. And see, depending on how you traded this red bar, it would have broke below, you would have gotten in, and it would have broke above, and you would have been stopped out. And now it's making a push lower. So it's just like not a good idea in the middle at all. So you would have lost money if you went short there. But now that we're at these highs, let's see if we get a short setup. It's not a good signal bar. But today actually was one of those days, and I want to experiment with this one day, but You could have just put your sell stop at the line and just wait for it to touch, and it's probably going to reverse. And there it goes, the reversal. But still, nothing I see. Here is the like lower high, but we're on this side of the range. It's not that great of a signal bar. We're dead in the center. Gotta wait it out. And then here's the failed second entry, but I don't typically like trading those in the range. And then once again, we're on the wrong side of the range, really. So we just gotta wait that one out. Then here you're getting another move down. So what I want to see from here is a buy, or if we keep going, I want to break out, pull back sort of thing. So we keep going. Here's our pullback. Looks like it's about to fail. I'm going to go ahead. Let's see if we can get a trend line on here. Maybe it's over here, and we can see how close to the bottoms we are. Off there, it's like we're coming right off the bottom. So I don't think this is a good trade. We're too far from the EMA. Whether it works or not, it's probably not the best place to go short. I like how it's holding off the bottom here. That's a good sign. Now we're getting that pullback. A lot of congestion. Nothing I really see there. That one goes, but it was too congested to take this short. Even if you might have seen it and just said, whatever, but because it technically would be like one leg pullback, two legs, so like a two-legged pullback to the EMA, but it's just too sideways. It's not really worth it. So we wait, and here's the first entry to the lows, and that breaks below. So you're waiting. I like how this line is still holding too. See how that line is holding all the closes? That's really dope. Kind of a engulfing bar, first entry. See, but when you go to look for the highs, I need a double top, which is over here. First entry, so the failed was there if I was going to do that sort of trade. And since then, we just haven't made a swing above a previous swing, so I can't count off the top. I need a second entry off the lows, and we're not getting them right now. And this second entry, the bar was too big, so I couldn't have gone short there. So I have to wait. Now we're kind of above the EMA. Let's see if we get a reversal pattern, but I'm still maybe expecting it to break and retest the lows unless we get a reversal pattern. That's a reversal pattern. I think it might be aggressive, to be honest, because I'm really expecting more so a break and a test of this low. But as we say, once we get that reversal pattern, it's time to at least give it one of these. So off that trend line, you can see that we're off that trend line, and there's some room to go on the high side. And the high side could really be more like up here somewhere potentially, just depending on how it goes. So I consider going long there. It's a little sideways, but that should work. See how it's creeping right up off that line? That's dope. I might even make it tighter since it's so tight. Something like there. So now we're getting that. See this right here? We got that breakout, move to a new high. Then we got another pullback, failed break lower. It's just a first entry. Once again, off these lows, my count starts back here. So that's first entry, second entry right there. This is a double bottom. I'm not 100% comfortable using this double bottom to restart my count. So it could be like new low, first entry, second entry, and this is the failed second entry. I don't know how I feel about using this double bottom as a new count. So I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait for second entries off the highs, you know. It's pretty much all you can do right now. Um, but of course you can use this low because this low is lower than that low. So this is the low, this is the higher low. You need to break, see how it broke below right there and then came above. Let's see if that one works. That could be a trade we take. Another thing to keep in mind, probably before you would have taken that trade, so let's just make sure that there's room for this second leg to go. Yeah, looks like there's some room for it to go. So let's see if this one plays out for us. Makes a little double bottom there, and that's a second entry long. But here's an important thing I want to also mention about this trade coming up. There's probably two ways to look at this. The first being there's a trend and a breakout, move to a new high. So all of these longs are going to be aggressive, all of them. And then if you see this second entry, you know, since we're going up, I feel like it's less important, but it is crucial to remember that even though there's a second entry, there's not enough room to the highs to get out. See, it's only 2 ticks. It's not enough room. So that would be a reason to skip this trade. And, you know, if you're in here, maybe you're still holding on, but I wouldn't re-enter there. And then maybe the third thing I'm going to look for is that maybe our trend line is more in here. See how it comes off these tops? So if that's the case, then we're going long right into that trend line. And it looks like it's pretty much off these lows, but just kind of a tricky place. So that ends up failing. So let's take that one off. And back to this trade, you know, I think the two main things that keep you from taking this trade is that we're not really on this EMA. And see how on this second entry, failed second entry, it's off the EMA, off the trend line. This one is away from the EMA. It's going into the trend line, and it gets pretty close and then goes sideways and reverses. So that's not, it's really not that unexpected that this failed. I think if anything is unexpected, this one failing is a little bit like, whoa, that would have caught me off guard. And then here you get a good buy bar. And here's back to our thing of when the failed second entry doesn't work, it goes to the EMA and gives you a good signal bar. That's a good sign. And then off these highs, this double top is considered one top. So this is first entry right there. And then this break above is the second entry. And off this bigger channel, it's kind of our first break. So maybe we're going to get another leg higher. So I'd be down to buy there, especially after seeing this failure pull back and give me a good buy signal. And okay, it takes a little bit, but it goes. Here's a higher low right in there. If I go back one bar, that was a higher low, but we're kind of going sideways. I'm not so into that, but maybe you take that trade. And then here's a failed second entry. Once again, we're at these highs, so I'm not 100% on it, but we're coming off this EMA. Let's see which one plays out. And you probably would have lost. So I think that's going to be my new rule for these failures is that you need room to the highs. Lately, they haven't been working at the high. See, like off these double tops, you know, that one set up right into it. It's not the best place for the setup, you know. And kind of the same principle here. Here's a second entry long right there, off the EMA. It's just hard because if I'm not willing to take this trade, 0875. Yeah, like you can't really exit before getting to these highs. So in general, you would have skipped this trade too. That'd be my take on that. And it doesn't go far. It barely would have got you out. Barely. So it's not even worth taking. So that's probably the main thing then, is that on those second entry longs and shorts, and then the failed second entries, you need room to the nearest highs. Otherwise, it's probably not going to play out for you profitably. And that's pretty much 12 o'clock though. Maybe, yeah, like this trade was at 12, so I probably wasn't even worried about that. And this one was so close. I mean, today was just like, I had a great day, honestly, because I just took this one trade and that one worked really well. But outside of these two trades, kind of slow. And I know you can argue for something in here, like a breakout pullback, maybe. But it's just not that clean on my chart. But maybe on your chart it looks better, so you would have taken it. But yeah, this is what I saw. Not a lot going on, but even on the days there's not a lot going on, you get one good trade, and I mean, it's all you need. It's really all you need. But we're not going to drag it on. It's Friday. I'm ready for the weekend. A much needed break and some recharge. But I will be back on Monday. Until then, y'all enjoy y'all's weekend, and I will see y'all later.